State of emergency. Parts of southeastern Kentucky under a historic amount of water tonight.
I woke up this morning, it was around the side of the house. Before we got out, it was coming up on the steps.
Entire buildings underwater. Homes washed from their foundations. At 7, our crews are in the impacted areas talking to people who have lost everything. We also have information on how you can help. It's the top of the hour. Fox 56 News at 7 starts right now.
Live from Lexington, this is Fox 56 News. Now, breaking news.
It's a day that will be remembered in Kentucky forever. Up to a foot of rain fell in just a few hours in parts of southeastern Kentucky, leaving entire communities underwater tonight. Now, here are the areas impacted by the historic flooding. A slow-moving storm dropping a lot of rain in a short amount of time, causing impacts that will be felt for years in this area. And here's the latest information we have. Governor Andy Beshear saying 8 people have now died as a result of the flooding. The Kentucky National Guard has been called in to help with rescues and to get help to the people impacted by that flooding. The flooding has been described as historic in parts of Perry County, where people are used to seeing rivers overflow their banks. That's where we find our Bodie Brooks with more.
Bodie Brooks, Fox 56 News.
And if the situation isn't bad enough already, more rain could fall across southeastern Kentucky tonight. Chief Meteorologist Chris Johnson is here with the first look at the forecast. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, well, listen, we got another round of some showers and storms starting to develop back to our west, Amani, so we're keeping a close eye on that. But I want to talk about some of these totals real quick with the flooding, this historic flooding that we've had across portions of here in just a bit. Amani?
All right, Chris, thank you. Governor Beshear declaring a state of emergency for the areas impacted by the flooding. The state has opened 3 of its state parks to help with people who have lost their homes. The parks are Jenny Wiley, Buckhorn, and Pine Mountain. The Breathitt County Courthouse is also being used as a flood shelter, as well as the First Presbyterian Church in Hazard. Several counties in southeast Kentucky are impacted by this tragedy. Another county we visited was Breathitt County, and that's where we find our Danielle Miskell. She spoke with one resident who has spent the entire day evacuating her home. Danielle.
So I'm standing here along Highway 15X, Danielle Miskell, Fox 56 News.
It's a devastating scene there, Danielle. Thank you. The governor said today people were being rescued from off of their roofs and from trees as the floodwaters hit. The Kentucky National Guard is leading the rescue effort. It's also getting helicopter help from both the National Guards in West Virginia and Tennessee.
What we're striving to do is get ahead of this. So with the governor and I speaking is provide more resources, not just waiting until there's an incident or an event that requires some sort of response to it, but pushing resources to the impacted area that we can be even more responsive than we currently are.
The Lexington Fire Department is also helping with the rescue effort. It's sending in extra boats to help. Now, many of you seeing this devastation are asking, how can I help? Much like it did with the deadly tornadoes in western Kentucky in December, a new fund has been set up to collect donations. The website is teamekyfloodrelief.ky.gov. Governor Beshear saying water and cleaning supplies will be some of the first things needed in the area, and money donated to the fund can help with that. We have that web address and more information about how you can help inside this story on the Fox 56 News app. State officials have been responding to this state of emergency since early this morning. Straight ahead, we talk with Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear to get the latest updates on the rescue efforts.
You're watching Fox 56 News.
We are continuing to follow the devastating flooding taking place in eastern Kentucky right now. We know several people have died in the floods. Joining me now to talk about that is Governor Andy Beshear. Governor, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, tell us how many lives have been lost so far and what exactly are we seeing there on the ground?
This will go down as one of the most devastating, deadliest flooding events that we have seen. We're going to lose double-digit lives. Right now, we can confirm it is over 8, but it is sadly growing very quickly. We have widespread damage across a huge area. Still, a lot of people in need of help.
Now, we know we're under a state of emergency right now. What all does that consist of, and what challenges are crews facing when it comes to rescue and recovery efforts?
Well, the state of emergency opens up every resource in state government. I've deployed the National Guard. They're going to be out there in aircraft. They're going to be in heavy equipment to be able to reach people. They're going to bring water, which we have ordered. It brings all of our cabinets together. We are getting to as many people as quickly as we can. We still have people on roofs. We still have people, hopefully we've gotten most they're hanging onto trees. We have evacuated one nursing home. We probably are going to evacuate a second one. We've gotten some people out of a school that were stuck there. Thankfully, no children, but we continue to deal with one emergency situation after another. A whole lot of people without power, and a lot of people are going to be without water for a while as this has overwhelmed water and sewer systems. But for folks out there, again, please pray. Most of these folks that were hit didn't have a lot to begin with, and this flood just took away everything.
And talking more about that, I mean, the state has already been through so much, the deadly tornadoes in December, the Floyd County ambush, now this. Just how devastating is it for you to see what's taking place in eastern Kentucky today?
It is hard. I mean, haven't we been through enough? Losing 17,000 people in the pandemic, losing 81 lives in the tornado event, losing those 3 officers in that ambush. I just visited the deputy still in the hospital, and you know what he was asking about? He's asking about the people of Floyd County, and he was calling to check in on them. Even in his condition, he was trying to protect and serve. You know, I wish I could understand the why we've been hit so hard, but I will tell you, we see God in the response. We see people that are risking their own lives to help other people, and we can do the same.
And quickly, Governor, just once more, what can people do to help right now?
So Team EKY, floodrelief.ky.gov, is going to be a fully transparent government-run account. 100% of it is going to go to help these families, 0 administrative fees. We want to make sure we're there for them in the long run. That's our commitment. And remember, they're still going through it right now. Let's make sure we're doing what it takes to help them even a year from now.
Absolutely. Okay, Governor, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your help.
And our coverage of the eastern Kentucky floods continues after this break.
And we're going to track out more showers and storms as we head through tonight.
And we continue our coverage of this historic state of emergency. We'll go to Breathitt County to look at the impact of the flooding there.
Tomorrow, wake up with the Fox 56 morning.
Our crews have spent all day in the impacted areas of southeastern Kentucky. Our Tyler Melito is in Breathitt County tonight, watching floodwaters continue to rise there. Tyler.
Good evening. In the time that we've spent here at 6 News.
Breaking scene. Stay safe out there, Tyler. Thank you. Now we're going to turn to weather. And Chris, you were here this morning as this historic amount of rain fell on an area you know really well. So what has it been like for you just watching all of this take place?
It's been very heartbreaking. You know, this morning I was covering as we look ahead to next midweek. Monty, back to you.
All right, Chris. Thank you. So many counties across southeastern Kentucky are underwater tonight. Our coverage of this state of emergency continues when we travel to Pike County. Up next.
Scan the QR code.
Our coverage of the historic flooding in southeast Kentucky continues in Pike County, Kentucky's easternmost county, with more than 5 inches of rain overnight. Nikki Walter shows us the damage there.
It feels really good that we're helping people.
And thank you for being with us tonight. Our flood coverage continues at 10. Good night.